Hey YouTube, welcome back to UniXTCG, and for today's video we are going over the remaining spoilers for the Gundam card game beta box, because they just went live a little earlier and I'm happy to dive into what else we have for this set. Now, that being said, if you like the content, like the video, and if you love the content, think about subscribing. If you want to go the extra mile, you can always go over to Universe X and check out some of the videos there. Latest Gundam related video I did was the breakdown for the new anime announcement for Gundam GameGenic. Yeah, it's actually spelled like that and it's pronounced like that. So let's get on with the content. So amongst these cards are going to be both the remaining spoilers as well as cards that I have not touched on yet because they came out after my last video, before this video. So we got 16 in total to get through. Looking at this first card, we have got Guntank, a level 2 1 cost card. Guntank says deploy, choose one rested enemy unit, deal 1 damage to it. And then that's actually pretty cool. It's a 1/2, so it's really not doing much in terms of chumping, you know, going into other units. However, at the same time, the cards like this actually do quite a lot for certain cards thresholds. Like Witch and Mercury, if I'm not mistaken, hit something with 5 or less. I just want to make sure before I say this with absolute confidence. I believe that it hits 5 or less, right? And with it hitting 5 or less, there are going to be some thresholds that it can't touch in green. However, yes, it is 5 or less. However, by playing out something like this, you can ping something for 1, dropping it down to 5 from 6, and then you can wish from Mercury, or the Witch and the Bride it during your opposing turn after it starts to attack. So I think this is actually really cool in the sense of it can lower some thresholds, it can snipe off some things post-trade, and I think Guntank is actually pretty neat. Next, we've got G-Fighter. It's a level 3 cost 2 unit. G-Fighter says deploy one of your white-based team, choose one of your white-based team units. It gains high maneuver, meaning it can't be blocked. This is actually really cool because this actually allows you to make some unavoidable damage with with blue, and that's going to allow you to have some finishing power that blue didn't have before. Blue was repairing, blue had a lot of resting, so it could get blockers out of the way. But this is really nice that there are going to be some times where you're just like, okay, I'm going to play G-Fighter, and yeah, we're going to blow this guy off the stance. Now with the white-based team trait, there is the cool thing, because it doesn't say choose one of your other white-based team units. It says just choose one. So you could choose himself and then link with G-Fighter and then punch for some unblockable damage. So I think that this is actually really cool, and it gives blue some reach that it didn't have before. The next card we have in here is the Jigon. No, sorry, Boruto joke. Look, level 3, 2 cost. Shoutouts to Anime Balls Deep. Level 3, 2 cost, and basically when you have 2 or more Earth Federation units in play, this card in your hand gets cost -1, making it a 1 cost. That's actually pretty cool. No way to link with it. Yeah, no way to link with it. Doesn't look like it. So that's unfortunate, but the fact that it can come out and be just something on your board for 1 less is actually pretty relevant, and I dig it. Next card we have on this is the Rezul, and the Rezul is basically just a 3 cost, or sorry, the level 3 2 cost 4/3. Lots of chunkiness on those stats. Between the Jigon and the Rezul, you basically have some just generic good bulk that can trade and just do some damage. Next, we have Gundam MA form, and this is a level 5 cost of 3 card, 4/3 on the stats. When paired with a white base team pilot, draw 1. That's actually really nice just to get your deck moving. There's not a lot of draw power in this game, so draw wherever you can grab it is pretty nice. And then with a 4/3 stat line, being able to be paired with things like Armor, this is going to be pretty cool once you're able to actually land it and stick the link. I hate this guy. Anywho, it's Ride. This is the pilot, level 3, 1 cost, burst, add this card to your hand, Ride Marcinus. And basically, yeah, if this unit has repair, it gets plus AP, it gets AP +1. That's actually kind of interesting. That gives me some, since this is a set 1 card, that gives me a little bit of hope about what we're going to be getting for set 1. I'm sure Banshee of Unicorn's gonna be in here. Banshee's gonna be in here. Maybe Banshee Norn. We'll probably see his first his first mobile suit from Unicorn in there first, and I'm sure that's gonna have repair, because I don't know why Banshee would have repair. But it's just really cool that we're getting Ride as this like pilot, because it just gives me hope that we're gonna see more Unicorn related cards in set 1. Then, this is the last of the blue cards we have on this docket. You've got Thoroughly Damaged, but it also doubles as a pilot, Hayato Kobayashi, and this is a level 2 cost 1 command. And yeah, basically you just choose one rest enemy unit, deal 1 damage to it. Another way to ping things. I'm surprised, we haven't seen Red's effects yet, but I thought that Red would be the punchy color, and it's crazy seeing Blue get multiple cards that just damage something through effect. So it's really nice that you have an Earth Federation white-based team pilot that only costs 1 with a level 2, but it's also cool that once again you can start pinging things, letting them be put into better threshold and trade effectively. I know it's a lot of cards from hand, but if you need to get rid of a Hito Yuid Wing 0, yeah, bringing them down 2-3 damage before actually swinging on them may be the way to get things done. Now, moving over to the green cards, you got a Zaku 1. It's just a level 1 cost 1. Good to get on the field. Like I said before, it seems like the green Xeon cards are going to be low to the ground power, whereas the Wings or Wing Gundam green cards are going to be like ramped up big beefy power. So it's cool to see this kind of going on the way it is. Then we've got Zaku 2. Following in that, we've got it's level 2 cost 1, so it's going to be cheap to play. Attack, this unit gets AP plus 2 during this turn. This is just going to be a 3-2 when it swings, not when it defends, which makes it good for ambushing, you know, just the hit and run tactics that Zaku's are normally known for. Very, very stable. Now we have got Chang Wufei. This card, I read it and I was like, bruh. It's a level 4 cost 1. Chang Wufei, burst, add this to your card, or add this card to your hand, +2/+1, so respectable stat gain. And then during your turn, if the unit has breach, it cannot receive battle damage from enemy units with 3 or less AP. That's actually pretty cool. So basically, if you're a weenie, get out of my face. All right, we don't care about you. Get your weight up, or you can't damage my unit, and that's pretty awesome. So this is going to be a little bit of, you know, you're piloting things. This is going to be a little aggressive, but it is going to be pretty cool. And it seems as if most of the Gundam Wing units have breach, so that he's pretty much going to be able to pilot any Gundam Wing unit and then just like go off crazy. So I'm down with this. I'm down with this. Now this card, a lot of people have been talking about this. It was released before the full spoilers, but yeah, level 4, cost 1, Citizens Take a Stand, and burst, add this card to your hand, which is pretty cool. Main, all of your units get get AP plus 2 during this turn. So when you have a board full of just small weenie units and you want to go big, you just Citizens Take a Stand and you attack with everything, allowing your opponent to really be put in a tough position, because when you get attacked with a Zaku 2 and it's a 3-2, maybe it won't mean much. When it's a 5-2, when it's a 5-2, that's gonna be rough, because you're gonna lose probably whatever you block with it, or whatever you block it with, and that's kind of gonna be where that lies. So this is a really cool card for those kind of rush down type decks. See Xeon, apparently. Now, moving on to white cards to tie up the video, you have got the M1 Astray, many people's favorite models for some reason. No, it really does look clean. But level 2, cost 2, if you have another triple ship alliance unit in play, this unit gets plus AP1 and blocker. All right, gets AP plus 1 and blocker, and so that's pretty cool. And it's nice to know that this is going to go up to a 3-2 and then gain blocker in those cases, making white just a very, very good physically defensive card. Like, white seems to be defensive with its units, whereas blue seems to be defensive with more of its commands and things like that, its effects. I like this. Next card we have is Adorable Day. Level 3, 2 cost, 4-2, excellent stats. Deploy, choose one enemy with a cost of, or with one enemy with unit with 1 HP, return it to the owner's hand. So if something's been chipped down, you can bring it back. I do think that if you've already chipped it down to 1, you might as well just attack it or try to ping it with the blue cards, because putting it back in their hand potentially just gives them the unit back. And since we now know that when a unit is bounced, it takes its pilot with it, that is rough. Like, I asked about that, we saw it, that's rough, but it is how it is. So bouncing a really strong unit that's already linked or paired with 1 HP potentially is just not the way to do it, but it is there for an option if you really want to stun them. Next card we have is Strike Gundam, level 4, 2 cost, deploy, draw 1, then discard 1. You love to see it. Good filter, staple in any deck that splashes white in my opinion. 3/3, big enough bodied, and the filter on it, excellent card. Simple, but useful. Then you've got the Perfect Strike Gundam, which is a level 5, 3 cost unit. Blocker, rest this unit to change the attack target to it. Deploy, choose one enemy unit with 1 HP, return the owner's hand. I already said what I felt about that effect, but it is what it is. And it's got blocker with a 4/4 body, so you already know. This is a triple ship alliance card, so I guess we are getting more of these things than I expected here. But yeah, this is actually really, really cool. And then the last card we have on our docket is the Naval Bombardment. This is a level 2, 1 cost and command, and it says burst, choose one enemy unit. It gets -3 AP for the turn. This is pretty good, allowing you to make better trades or potentially deal some damage without taking damage. And then action, if you use it just like straight up, choose one friendly unit with blocker. It gets plus AP3 during this turn. This is really good because you can block, and your opponent could attack into you thinking, okay, we're gonna block. They're gonna block me and we'll get this breach through, or they're gonna block me but they'll lose their unit, and you're like, ha, call the ambulance, but not for me, and you just completely blast their unit out of existence. And I feel like that's actually really, really, really cool. So yeah, those are the remaining spoilers, and I'm excited for this. As soon as I can disclose the information, I'll be giving you guys as much coverage from the Gundam event as possible. I have been invited, almost like thumbs up the wrong place, so I'll be going and having a lot of fun with that. I'll be giving you guys what footage I can. I'll try to upload at the hotel. We'll see how the internet goes, but I'll be bringing my mobile station, so yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and like I said, if you want to do me a solid, go over to Universe X and check out the G-Cucks and announcement, and yeah, maybe even subscribe, because we'll be doing pretty much anything I think is fun anime wise over there. And right now that's Dragon Ball, that's Gundam, that's Kingdom Hearts, but you know, you never know what'll be interesting. And with that being said, I'll see you guys later.